Hi there, welcome to the Rosehip Island studio and another year of the Big Wool Show. My name is Hanna and I am a Swedish maker and creator based in northern Tasmania. I am a capital K knitter and I dye yarn for my small business Rosehip Island. I love colour, and for me knitting is just as much about playing with colour as it is about texture and finding calm in knitting stitch by stitch. My dyeing is a creative process where I use my background in science and my Swedish heritage and my love for colour and yarn to create products that I am really proud of. When I am not knitting or dyeing or being a mum, I like to create videos for my YouTube channel, Rosehip Island. On my channel, you can find a large library of video diaries where I talk about things that I create, which include my knitting, well, it's about 90% knitting, and some of my dyeing and other things that I make. So if you're interested in knowing more about me or what I make, please check out the YouTube channel. Coming back to my hand-dyed yarn, which you can find on rosehipisland.com, I focus mainly on fingering weight bases, and this is because I find that to be the most versatile weight of yarn. I have 3 bases that are my main bases at the moment, and then I have some bases that have more of a temporary presence in my shop. The first one of my main yarn bases is my Deeeeeelicious sock yarn base, and that is a standard 85% merino, 15% nylon, 400 meters per 100 gram yarn base. And this is a very popular yarn, and I understand why. It is beautiful, it is soft, it knits up really well, and it takes dye beautifully. I have knit several things using this yarn base. I've been dyeing on it for years. I have knit textured patterned socks, for example. I have made colour work with this yarn base. I have knit socks and other accessories, and I have knit garments, and it's a beautiful, beautiful yarn. My second yarn base was a temporary, interesting yarn base that became one of my main yarn bases because I just love it so much, and that is my merino linen singles yarn. It is a 90% merino, 10% linen yarn, and I have made many things using this yarn. For example, this jumper and this jumper, this cowl, and many other things. It has a beautiful sheen. It has a very interesting depth because of the texture that the linen creates. It drapes beautifully, knits up really well, and it's really easy to look after. I have washed this jumper in my washing machine on the wool program more than once, and it just comes out really, really nicely. So I cannot recommend this yarn anymore. It's so great. Shawls, beautiful, and yes, if you haven't tried it, it's the one thing that I wish you do is to try the merino linen singles yarn base. And then I have a new yarn base since the Big Wool Show last year, and that is my Bio Sock yarn base. Bio Sock is a sock yarn that has biodegradable nylon. I have made these socks using the Bio Sock, and it is slightly thinner than my Deeeeeelicious sock yarn. It's not as plump. It gives really beautiful tight gauge when you knit it up, and it is nice and soft, beautiful. And the biodegradable nylon means that it will just completely decompose in a compost environment, but of course still holds up really well when it's in the sock. So that's a new base that I find quite exciting to have in my shop, because I find it to be just a really good thing that something like this has been developed and that is available to us as knitters. So those are the 3 main yarn bases that I offer in my shop. I do also have some temporary ones there at the moment, and I will have new temporary interesting yarn bases coming in the near future. I do also do things like mini skeins, advent calendars, yarn clubs, and things like that. And make sure that you check out the show specials during the Big Wool Show. I wish you the best Big Wool Show this weekend. I hope you have a fabulous time. Thank you so much for visiting me in my virtual stall, and maybe I'll see you on YouTube or Instagram in the future. All the best to all of you. Thank you.